So we really see in reinventing ourselves as a data-centric company. Just a couple of interesting statistics. Over 50% of data was actually collected over the last 2 years, yet only 2% of that data has actually been analyzed. And that, of course, gives us a lot of great opportunities and untapped for the future. So to that extent, we are reinventing and relooking and investing in our portfolio of products to address some of those challenges to be able to go faster in these areas. I think they're very applicable. I think these technologies around ability to move the data faster through investments we've been making in the internet and silicon photonics, into the investments we've been making in ability to store more data with NAND and Optane technologies, as well as investments we've been making around making things go faster with the CPU and accelerators. So I think these technologies are very applicable for worldwide market and Russian market as well. So we really see a huge shift to the cloud. And of course that's been started by the Super 7 hyperscalers many years ago. But what's really interesting in the pattern that we're seeing is that a lot of big enterprises, on-prem enterprises, are slowly moving into the cloud as well, either taking advantage of public cloud or something in between, like a hybrid cloud with economy of scale, faster time to market. So we see a huge shift of enterprises moving into the cloud as well, and this is indicative of what we're seeing worldwide. Earlier this year, on April 2nd, we actually unleashed first generation of products that are addressing some of those challenges around ability to store more data, ability to go faster, and ability to process more. So acceleration with our networking, silicon photonics, also the Optane DC persistent memory, as well as the Optane family of products, as well as new accelerators that we've been introducing into CPU to help with artificial intelligence and AI acceleration.
At Intel, we really see persistent memory as key to unlocking the full potential of the new data-centric era by offering large, affordable memory that is non-volatile, that indeed persists. We can enable software developers, data scientists, and artificial intelligence developers to really unlock the true potential of the large data sets that they need to glean insights from their data.
The core technology for us in IBM are clearly cloud, artificial intelligence, blockchain, and Internet of Things. So the coolest and newest products is the Cloud Paks, and Cloud Paks are enterprise-ready, containerized softwares that are going to help our clients to transfer workload of core business applications to any cloud, and this in an open and secure and faster way. I come to Russia almost every other month, so I'm here quite often, and it's because we have, as IBM, and we see enormous opportunity on the market. I would like to invite our business partners or any new business partners that have their own IP, that have their own solutions and service delivery capabilities, because there is so much we can do together based on our technology and combining their IP. So we call it the embedded solutions. So this is why I come so often and will continue to do so.
HPE as a vendor is, focused on bringing, infrastructure to our customers, data center infrastructure, but growingly also looking at infrastructure outside of the data center. So kind of our core focus areas are how do we enable a hybrid cloud world, so bring together public and on-premise cloud, but then also how do we enable you as our customers to get more value from the data for things like artificial intelligence, really important machine learning. And then thirdly, what we see is that we're just at the beginning of what we call the digitization of the analog world. So everything becoming digital and a lot of the compute and data generation happening at the edge. So how do we bring IT out of the data center into kind of the edge, into manufacturing, stores, etc. like that, hospitals. Me personally coming to Russia probably every quarter. We have a very strong local team, I must admit. I think traditionally HPE and HP, as we're one company before, strong in Russia, probably one of the first IT vendors, and yeah, I think really good market. I know the kind of overall economic climate, world climate, making sometimes things difficult, but I must say a lot of innovative Russian companies here, a lot of the trends like AI, cloud services, I see a lot of investments here, which we're then, working with those players and, to help them get to that next stage. So really, I think really important market for us. I think 5G are definitely an interesting thing because it is actually a key enabler to kind of the edge kind of coming to life in the future, right? I think digitalization is something that we're facing for a long time, right? I think everyone uses a phone, we're all online, but what's really now coming is that every tangible thing in the world, I think over time will become digital, right? Sensors everywhere. We all start wearing smartwatches, smart clothes, hospitals, retail stores, manufacturing, autonomous car, all those kind of things. And that has two consequences. A, the amount of data just grows through the roof, and we can't analyze it manually by human beings anymore. So how do we use machine learning, deep learning, artificial intelligence to take value of it? And then secondly, that data is generated at the edge, but because of the sheer amount, can't be really transferred to a data center, to the cloud anymore. So next to computing in the cloud and the data center, we need to do computing at the edge. This is why we're investing into edge line technologies, which is computing in the edge, software ecosystems that bridge the world of the operation technology and the manufacturing flow, for instance, to the IT.
Yeah, I think looking at the Russian market from a Western perspective, people looking at Russia think, well, Russia's not a good market. You've got sanctions, you've got politics, you've got hacking, so it must be a very negative place to do business. This isn't true for the large majority of Western companies operating in Russia. And by the way, if you compare the Russian market with Latin America or Africa or the Middle East or large parts of Asia, Russia does pretty well indeed. When I say pretty well indeed, for consumer goods companies, for engineering, chemical companies, IT companies, it often means growing in local currency in rubles 7, 10, 12%. And these are good numbers. We have some companies growing more than that. One of our retail clients is a €4 billion business in Russia, growing at 20% per annum. That's not normal, but you can get very good business success in Russia. Not everybody's doing roses. Part of the IT industry this year is slower than 2018. Investment's a bit slower than we wanted. 10-15% of my clients are not growing fast or much at all in the Russian market. But once again, what are you comparing Russia with? And at the moment, the global economy is not easy. So, again, I would say comparatively and absolutely, in terms of sales, which are critical, the Russian market's not bad at all. Another point is profitability. Profitability in Russia is decent and compares well with other markets and regions. The sanction issue, there was a little bit this year, but last year, after September, the key is that the Russian ruble is a strong currency. Again, that might surprise people sometimes. This August, the ruble was down 3 or 4%, but over a 9-month period or a 3-year period, the Russian ruble is the strongest emerging market currency in the world. So that means your ruble sales and your profits translates well into foreign currency as well. Another point about Russia is receivables. Receivables is when you get paid. There are some parts of the world, the Middle East, where it's difficult to get paid. But in Russia, normally, my clients say Russian business outlook for payments, receivables is good and one of the best in the world. Human resources in Russia, the people, the talent, the people who work for Western investors coming into this market are invariably good. Russia used to be in the top 3 markets of the world for the quality of human resources, and now with a little bit of deterioration, it's in the top 5 to 10. So I think those key factors on where is the money and the talent of people are at least 4 of about 15 good things I know about the Russian market, including the relatively good ruble, and the outlook for the ruble is more stability.
Мы видим, что цифровая трансформация драйвит на сегодняшний день развитие и производства, и IT-сферы как части производства. Мы видим, что IT выходит за пределы дата-центров, и сферы влияния IT внутри предприятия, внутри заказчиков серьезно расширились. И для обеспечения и для реализации проектов цифровизации, цифровой трансформации мы в Schneider Electric и в EPC by Schneider Electric предлагаем очень интересные решения по обеспечению инфраструктуры периферийных вычислений. Потому что периферийные вычисления – это тот ответ на внедрение информационных технологий, внедрение интернета вещей, внедрение и слияние интернета информационных технологий, слияние operational technology в единую инфраструктуру, в единые какие-то решения и для обеспечения, и для формирования правильного и надежного решения по цифровизации предприятий, по цифровизации промышленности мы предлагаем специальные решения по защите и по построению инженерной инфраструктуры.
Текущие тренды, текущие вызовы, которые представлены перед рынком, обработка, вычисления с большими данными, вычисления на краю, работа с биг-данными и высокопроизводительные вычислительные кластеры, все это представлено в портфеле нашей компании. Компания Atos глобально развивает рынки высокотехнологичных, высокопроизводительных многопроцессорных систем, что существенно отвечает вызовам российского рынка.
Ну, что касается трендов, за последние примерно года полтора выделилось несколько направлений, которые особо интересны на рынке. Это, конечно, промышленный интернет вещей, машинное зрение, машинное обучение, искусственный интеллект. Это довольно такие драйвовые, действительно хайповые тренды. В настоящее время ситуация сложилась уже таким образом, что сами заказчики приходят нам со словами: нам бы хотелось что-нибудь такое интересное в области интернета вещей, в области искусственного интеллекта. Остается только эти пожелания заказчиков услышать и реализовать их. Но если говорить о технологиях AR и VR, о которых я еще не говорил, они на самом деле уже не являются драйвовыми и хайповыми, то, что называется, да, потому что они уже в нашей жизни используются достаточно часто, и ряд заказчиков, с которыми мы сталкиваемся, их используют в повседневной жизни, например, для обучения своего персонала. А технологии 5G, на них мы рассчитываем в течение следующего года примерно увидеть значительный прирост заказчиков, потому что они дают новое качество в реализации технологий промышленного интернета вещей, и это будет достаточно интересно в течение следующего года понаблюдать за тем, как мы будем работать с этими новыми технологиями.